Audio Jungle.
In this world, there is no love greater than a mother's love. A mother is believed to protect and cherish her children more than anyone else. But sometimes, the same mother can become the reason for her child's greatest suffering. This is the tragic and horrifying true story of Blanche Monnier, a beautiful young woman who was imprisoned by her own mother for 26 long years. Monnier household. To understand the full story, we must go back in time. Madame Monnier had 2 children, a son named Marcel Monnier and a daughter named Blanche Monnier. Blanche was known across Poitiers for her stunning beauty. Many wealthy men wanted to marry her, and Madame Monnier dreamed of arranging a grand marriage into a rich and noble family. However, when Blanche was 25 years old, she fell deeply in love, not with a rich nobleman, but with a simple lawyer. This lawyer was from a modest background, and he was much older than Blanche. Madame Monnier was furious when she discovered the relationship. She absolutely refused to allow Blanche to marry him, calling him unworthy and unsuitable. She warned Blanche repeatedly to end the relationship. But Blanche refused. She was determined to marry for love, not money. She made it clear that she would never leave her beloved lawyer, no matter what. Madame Monnier was enraged. On March 1st, 1875, Blanche's 26th birthday, a horrifying decision was made. Her mother and brother, Marcel, forced her into a small, dark storage room in their house, more like a dungeon, and locked the door. They told her she would not be allowed to leave until she agreed to forget the lawyer. The small window in the room was sealed shut so that no sound could escape. Blanche was trapped inside, completely isolated from the outside world. But no help came. She was fed just enough to stay alive through a small opening. Her mother showed no pity, no mercy. Even when neighbors heard strange noises and asked questions, Madame Monnier lied to them. She claimed Blanche had gone away to study, and later that she had married and moved away. Meanwhile, Blanche remained trapped in darkness, surrounded by rats, insects, her own waste, and rotting food. Her health deteriorated terribly. Her once beautiful body became frail and thin. Her mind suffered under the endless isolation and torture. Even the lawyer whom she loved so dearly passed away after a few years. But Blanche never knew. No one searched for her. She had been erased from everyone's memory. For 26 long years, Blanche remained imprisoned in that dark, foul-smelling room. It was only when an anonymous hero sent that letter to the authorities that Blanche's nightmare finally ended. In May 1901, police arrived at the Monnier house with a search warrant. At first, the search revealed nothing unusual. But then, in the basement, officers found a heavily bolted door. When they forced it open, a wave of unbearable stench hit them. Inside, they found Blanche Monnier, naked, skeletal, lying on a filthy bed. Her body weighed only 25 kilograms. Her surroundings were disgusting, rotting food, broken furniture, and insects everywhere. When officers opened the sealed window, sunlight touched Blanche's face for the first time in 26 years. Madame Monnier was immediately arrested. The people of Poitiers, who once respected her, were filled with rage and protested outside her home. Her son Marcel was also arrested, but because of weak laws, he received only minimal punishment. Madame Monnier, overcome by disgrace and perhaps guilt, fell ill and died just 15 days after her arrest. As for Blanche, although she was rescued from her physical prison, the mental scars remained forever. She was taken to a hospital but could never fully recover from the trauma. She spent the rest of her life in a psychiatric institution, battling deep psychological wounds. Finally, in 1913, at the age of 64, Blanche Monnier passed away quietly in the hospital, a life stolen from her, not by fate, but by the cruelty of her own family. The story of Blanche Monnier remains one of the most heartbreaking examples of how sometimes the people we trust the most can cause the deepest wounds.